everyone, welcome back to the Burn Boot Camp podcast. My name is Lauren Rudd. I am a trainer here at Lake Norman. I'm just going to answer a few questions for you all this morning. First question is, how did I get started with Burn? And it's funny, before moving here in 2017, I had never even heard about Burn Boot Camp. The areas I had lived in had not had gyms open up in our area. And so we came here and we were touring houses actually with a realtor, and he found out that I was in the fitness industry and said, "Yeah, do you know much about Burn?" And I was like, "No, what is he?" He's like, "Yeah, all the moms here, they just love it. You should check it out." And so it was just kind of cool that, even that first little exposure that I had to Burn was even we were kind of looking for homes here in the area. But just with the certifications I had, I've done a little bit of everything. Boot camp classes, shrink classes, cycle classes, just a little bit of everything. Just found a gym that kind of I was more familiar with moving here initially, and did that for about 3 years. And then heard a lot of talk about Burn just through a lot of the moms that I had met through my kids' moms at school, and loved it, raved about it, but just kind of got my little comfort zone, what I was used to. And so 2020 hit, as we all know, the pandemic, and all the gyms in our area, they closed down. And so I was forced to work out at home, and just, it was really hard for me to find a way to get back into the gym, mainly because I had little ones, and a lot of gyms, they did open up, adults could go back, but if your kids were virtual school or if you had young ones, couldn't get back in. So for about 18 months, kind of did my own thing at home, and I'm a pretty disciplined person, I like to think, pretty intrinsically motivated, and I was able to do that for 18 months, and was I guess considered maintenance stage. Did fine physically, but just really started to miss that community sense that you get from a group fitness atmosphere. And a lot of women that I had in my other classes at these other gyms, they started kind of gravitating and going to Burn because it was one of the only gyms that found a safe way to open, and open to the entire family. And so they went, and I was kind of picking their brains a little bit about it, and they loved it, raved about it. And so I got in touch with Lindsey Treadway. She's like Burn, one of those grassroots Burn people, one of my really good friends. And she's like, "Yeah, come on, come work out at Lake Norman, see what you think." And so that was, goodness, only back in like February, I believe. So it hasn't been that long, but came in with Lindsey, and it was funny because we came in on arm day, which, like, I'll be honest, is like my least favorite protocol. And but I walked in those doors, and even though I had her with me and kind of with me that entire workout, from the moment I walked in the door, from the our BAs, they're amazing here, just made me feel welcome. And we came in, we did the workout. I believe Ashley Hearn was training, and I think Bees was actually working out, dying alongside with us that day. But it was just the community feel, and just the women and even men around me. They was very welcoming to me, and like I had been working out there for months. And as you say, like, I drank the Burn Kool-Aid and like went it full in, and I realized that I wanted to be part of the community and work out along with these people, but also if I could have that opportunity to kind of plug in and be a part of that change that we have here in so many of our members' lives at Lake Norman. And so asked the Ashleys, do you have availability? And it's kind of worked with what the hours I was looking for, and the schedule and everything, and so hit the ground running. So I guess it's been March. Katie Burke and I came in about the same time, so it was great having her, kind of going through the whole process together. And so I've loved it. Wish I had found out about it earlier, because just the community and just the connections I've made in 9 months has been phenomenal. So I'll move on to the next one. Let's see. I would. Why Burn? I thought this was a great question, because a lot of people ask me, because we have a ton of gyms, a ton of different fitness opportunities here in our area. Very blessed and fortunate that way. But I say that people come probably initially to Burn for the workout. It's a great workout. It's 45 minutes. Matt Morris does a phenomenal job programming. We never do the same workout twice. I know probably, I guess it was about 5-6 years ago, before I really kind of dived into the science of fitness. I was one of these cardio junkies and didn't know a whole lot about overtraining muscles and undertraining and how that all works together. And so I, like many other people, I got injured. And coming in to Burn, you always know that you're going to have a sound, scientifically backed workout. He knows this stuff. We're not going to overtrain your muscles. Very, lower risk there of injury in that regard. And another part that I do love about Burn is we do offer those focus meetings, those one-on-one meetings that are included with your membership. And I just really find that such a valuable tool to have because we get to know our members. I might train you for 45 minutes on that floor, but then I get to have that, that one-on-one focus time with you. We can talk about your goals, just get to know you better, find out your why, what motivates you. And maybe it's not based off those metrics and measurements that we might get there with our body scans. It might be just some tips on double unders or pull-ups or ways that I can increase my weight in certain exercises. So just getting to know those members a little bit better, I think is such a valuable asset there. But like I say, I think people initially come for the workout, but I wholeheartedly believe they stay for the community. When I say that our trainers love on our people, we love on our people. And it's that tough love, I guess you could say a lot of times. So we're going to push you because we know that you are greater so many times than what you feel like is your ceiling. And so, but we do it out of love. And that relationship, I always feel like is always very much a positive one. But not only between that trainer-member relationship, but also member to member. I'm a very competitive person, and I've always been driven that way, but I tell you, working out here at Lake Norman, I have never felt like it was a competitive atmosphere at all. Our members, we are there for one another, we are supporting one another, we are those cheerleaders for one another, and we really feed off one another, because I tell you, we have some absolute beast mode people here, and all it does is it just builds you up. And so I find that just a really neat aspect to have, because a lot of places it is not that. But just having that team, that camaraderie that we do have at Burn that I've missed so much since my, volleyball days when I played in college, and I found a lot of athletes here on our floor. That's that same thing. It's like I come out of college or high school, whatever that, sports environment was for you. It's like I miss that. I miss that team atmosphere. I miss pushing one another. So I feel like for me, that is just what has kind of gotten that hook and needle, and for so many people as well. Let's see. We'll go to tell me about the 3 most influential people in your life. We'll do that. Kind of got to cheat a little bit because I got to have 4. One, of course, always got to shout out our Lord, our Savior, Jesus Christ, and just the way that He has guided my life, to this point, every single step of the way, and of course, given me these so many blessings and opportunities, and made my body, able to do the things that I do. But I'm going to go into the 3 people that I guess more the physical sense here with me. My parents, kind of cheating again because I'm going to clump them into one, but I have a great relationship with them. I grew up with 3 brothers, and so my dad, he never treated me like anything less because I was the girl in the family. I played with the boys, I was tough with the boys, got dirty with the boys, and he just very much, I think, drove that competitive spirit into me. He always expected me to go, above and beyond, and it was a tough love. And at the time, especially those teenage years, I know that it was probably not one that was reciprocated well or, taken well, but grateful to him because in every aspect of my life, he's always been the one to push me and to never sell myself short. And then my mom, it's funny, they're all opposite. She's like the soft, the loving, the nurturing, and I feel like she really instilled in me that it's okay to be competitive and it's okay to want these things, but you don't push people down around you to get up to the top. And so kind of that person that softened my heart and just very loving, always looking out for those around her. So it's just such a good mix growing up that I feel like really granted and grounded those roots for me. And number 2, I would say, was my college volleyball coach, Susie Toomey. She was such a bright light through so many of those formative years for me. Played volleyball for 4 years at King University, so go Tornado. And she was incredibly accomplished, just very successful coach. And I don't even believe she ever had a losing record, like in her entire plethora of years that she coached volleyball. And so obviously she knew how to coach, how to train, how to get the most physically out of her team or her team and her players. But so much I feel like of what made us successful as we was is just the culture that she created on our team. She a bunch of women together that can kind of be chaotic, a lot of different just personalities and everything going on. But she recruited people that were those good eggs. They had great attitudes. They wanted to, come in and play a role in the team, but be supportive of the team. We know we were truly a team players. It's not, you as that, there's not an I in team, but there is a me. Or I'm sorry, goodness, no, me. But yeah, but it was very much, just the culture she provided. And her biggest goal was to get us past those 4 years and to produce women of character, and ones that were going to go out and spread the good among the world, just sound women. And it was a Christian-based program, which I'm very thankful for, but just how to go out and just be that good that I feel like so much need in this world. And then my third most influential person, I got to shout out my husband. He is my biggest supporter. He's always been my biggest cheerleader. And I feel like really impertinence to my whole burn journey here, even though it's not been super long, coming in at Lake Norman, it was a challenge. Like, I've been in the fitness industry for 12, 13 years, just doing different classes, just different avenues there. But here at HQ, they want it done, just right, just how they want that product delivered, and which is great because you want every burn experience to be exactly the same no matter where you go across the country. But it was a learning curve, and I'm not used to coming in somewhere bottom of the totem pole. It was just a totally new experience for me. And there are a lot of days when I came home and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. We've got these top trainers. How am I ever gonna, be right up there with them? And he was always the yes, you can, when I was the no, I can. And there's a lot of tears, in those first few weeks, and you kind of hide it well at the gym, but he was really that one that encouraged me to keep pushing through, and he knew I loved it. He knew, that this was my spot, this is my place, and just to get through what we call those hard reps. Those hard reps, those first camps, they were not pretty, but he was just always there to be there when I came home, like, oh my gosh, I failed, but support me and say, what'd you do wrong, or what can you improve on, and he's just in general just so much more of what I want to be. He's a good person. He's like the most kind, optimistic, least judgmental person, someone that I want to be more of. So I find that it's been a good mix, and just grateful for him. And he puts up with a whole lot at home too of me. So, all right, we will do my morning routine. So I'm an early morning trainer for the most part, the 4:45 and 5:30 camps. And at one time in my life, you would have told me that, and I would say absolutely not. But how things change. So my alarm goes off, and on the way to work, just thinking about the workout. So, I make sure that I know it well, and a little bit of time as well in prayer that, number one, I don't forget the workout, but number two, that that whatever these people that come in those doors, however they need me to reach them that day, that's the way, I'm just asking for that grace to be that, whatever they need for that day. And so I'm usually training the 4:45. I normally don't work out at 4:45 because that's a whole different level of commitment, and those people are just amazing. I tell them all the time. But so I'm either training the 4:45 or working out myself at 5:30, and then I'll go home, make the switch with my husband. He goes to work, and then I get my two older kids to school. Usually eat the same things, my normal breakfast, my English muffin, or my nut butters or eggs, something quick, protein shake, and then if I'm going to work out at the 8 o'clock camps, if I've trained earlier, I need to get my workout in, usually some type of pre-workout to get everything going. And then I go in and I get that done, and then I take my preschooler to preschool at 9. I'm thankful that I live close to the school and close to the gym, because it makes that lab a lot easier. But I just find for me that if I get up and I'm doing something good, either for it's me that I'm working out for myself, or if it is pouring into somebody else, getting them through those camps, that my whole day is just set off on the right foot. I make better nutritional choices, just a little bit more positive throughout the day. Granted, I'm in bed but like 8:30, so I'm the most boring person. Don't call me or text me because I won't answer past 9. But I find that that routine, and as a mom, or a dad, busy dad, we're parents, we're busy. Just even if you don't have kids, if I put that workout off until later in the day, I'm inevitably going to find something I need to do that's going to take precedent over that. So, and that's usually one of my biggest pieces of advice is make that workout. If you need to, get it first thing in the morning, so you don't have a reason to, get bogged down with just everything in life and not be able to get it in. So, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna go through with you all today. Thanks for listening. If you would, hit that like and subscribe button. We have a lot of amazing content on here. We're gonna wrap this up as we always do with those big 2 claps on 2. 1, 2.